Welcome back. I am Miss B, and you are watching me on Miss B's Academy. Today is Halloween, and I came to work dressed as a student. Now, the whole world just imploded, okay? So I teach, but I'm certainly not a teacher. I instruct, certainly not an instructor. I profess, certainly not a professor. In this season, I'm being very careful with my I am statements because I am present, okay? So I get to school, right? Because I work in a school, right? And I completely forgot about the fact that they changed the dress code, right? And I should have been paying more attention because it's Halloween. They changed it in the middle of October, so you would think that Miss B remembered. But they sent this on a Friday. Like, when do we, does anybody remember anything sent on a Friday? Friday is when we go home, so we're just excited to leave, right? So Monday, they had to talk to me because they told me that my pants were tight. I don't think they were, but if you're skinny and everybody else at your job is overweight, with a few people being morbidly obese, then I guess your pants are tight. You know, I was doing great. Then today I came in, forgot about the flashy stuff, so I had my glasses on, had to take those off. I was spoken to. I took them off at about 7 o'clock. All is well with the world. You know, one thing happened, no big deal. We're moving on, right? People fell apart over the fact that, oh, she's wearing these glasses. Forgive me for forgetting the fact that the dress code was changed not too long ago, right? Forgive me for that. You know, I'm human. It happens. Please accept my apologies, right? And so the manager saw my complete outfit. She had no problem with it. Not one care or problem in the world at all, right? Until somebody's mother, you know, the student I was telling you about, you might not remember this story, but there's a student who said, I hate you, right? Her mother is the one that works at school, and I'm glad that I responded with, I love myself, and everybody else responded with, I love you, and all was right with the world. And everything was just hunky-dory and good, right? So her mother is known for being trifling anyway, right? Goes into the manager's office, says something to the manager, and the manager, this child almost had a heart attack. Are you a student? Are you a student at my school? This is not a part of the dress code. You were okay with it 15 minutes ago. So why are we having a heart attack right now? And what's not appropriate about my outfit? It's not tight, it's not transparent, and it's not athletic wear. So I'm not sure why we're really having a problem with it. But there's a difference between teachers and students. Yes and no. Yes and no. This is the same young lady who, during the first day of school last year, was playing children games with the children, or playing children games with another staff member. So why can't I come dressed the way I'm dressed? Why can't I? So students caught on to the fact that Miss B came dressed like them to school. They went nuts. They went nuts. They erupted. They went nuts. They absolutely loved it, as I thought they would, right? Now, I realize this country does not celebrate Halloween, but you would not know it if you're here. The stores are filled with tons of stuff. Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, right? I'm a foreign teacher in your country. You expect me not to bring all of myself into my classrooms? Everything. I don't remember a time when my teachers didn't come dressed up for Halloween. I come from a completely different background. So you want me to come here and educate your children, but you want me to leave everything that made me who I am. You want me to leave that where? Where am I supposed to leave that? There's no place for me to leave it. I come into classrooms with everything that I am. That's why kids love me. I'm not fake. I'm not phony. I'm not formulaic. Okay? Just do that in there. Just fake and phony. Got another F, right? She asked me if I could change my clothes. The answer is no. Why am I changing my clothes? What is wrong with me as a teacher being dressed as a student on Halloween? And mind you, people, there are probably people coming in dressed inappropriately for Halloween, right? I'm not. And the policy was just changed, what, like last Friday? And we're already giving warnings? Like, really? Not a problem. So after that, students kept walking by, seeing how I was dressed. They came in, they were like, oh my goodness. Oh, let me stop there for a second. So after she had a cow, she called the organization. This woman, I'm telling you, she sounded like she was manic on the phone. Like if you know the Bible, Hannah couldn't have children. But there are other women around her that could have children. Because you remember, even back in those days, men can have more than one wife, right? So one of the other wives had children. She didn't have any children. So she prayed to God. And the way she sounded, this guy was like, man, he came up in the temple like, are you drunk? No, this is a woman who wants to have a baby. Because back then, being a wife and a mother was the most important job in the world. And it still is, in my opinion. A lot of these people are in their, a lot of these females or women are in their masculine energy. And that's not cute. It's not cute. Because this woman was all up in her masculine energy. You could hear her. They must have thought she was crazy on the phone. She sounds like she was manic. She sounded like a lunatic. Like, I'm just wearing a student uniform on Halloween, having a little fun, like every other school I went to. Why is that a problem? I'm not wearing leggings. I'm not wearing a bathing suit. I'm not wearing a short skirt. Nothing was showing except my fingers and my face. I was modest. You see how I am now. Rocking it out. Kids loved it. They were like, you look younger than you are. Of course I do. Because I don't make mountains out of molehills. I don't have, you know what I mean? And you know what? She knew she was wrong. Because you want to know why? Students were coming to the class, into the meeting room looking at me. You know what she did? Close the door. Right? This is the manager. She got upset with them. Students were looking at her like, why are you upset that we're walking in talking to Miss B? And all she's doing is wearing kids did not understand. The senior class came in and they were just like, Miss, why is she acting like this towards you? And I'm looking at them like, this is not my country. You are not my people. We do not have the same understanding of the Most High. So I do not know why she's reacting like this. I do not get it. But I'm going to tell you one thing. I bet you when I leave, they'll be doing the same thing. Because everything else I do, they reprimand me for it, but then they go behind my back and they do it. Right? The only thing they don't do is they don't pour into these kids. They don't love themselves. They don't like themselves. They haven't befriended themselves. They haven't even accepted themselves. These kids know how there are two things on this planet that can smell the BS of human beings. Children, animals, and children. Animals and children can sniff out the BS like that. Note to self, if you're dating somebody or married to somebody and every single animal you get dies in the house, the person you're married to is not the person you should be married to. That's a sign. You're being shown a sign. When students would come in to come see me, they would come see Mama B, they were reprimanded. Don't go in there. Kids were like, they were slamming the door. Oh, the manager said, you have permission to close the door. And she took away my coverage, right? Because I can't be seen on the same level with my students, right? We can't do that. We can't do that. We can't do that. I can't do that, but like I said, I bet you they'll do it. Right? Isn't that interesting? The meeting room door was closed. Not a problem. Not a problem. Not a problem. And guess who went home early? The manager. Because I'm pretty sure she's feeling some way that a couple of 20 minutes or so, 15 minutes ago, 10 minutes ago, you had no problem with the way I was dressed. And now because of your secretary, you have a problem. And guess who was waiting for me outside when it was time to clock out? She was sitting there with her daughter. The young lady who curses in her native language at her classmates in a classroom while her mother is teaching at school. And why does she feel so comfortable misbehaving in my class? But she misbehaves with everybody. But I'm pretty sure she don't say them curse words, though. Today was a successful day. I didn't disturb my tears. I didn't disturb my tear ducts. I didn't mess up my makeup. I don't even wear makeup. I'm gorgeous, darling. I don't wear makeup. Did I get a warning today? Sure did. Did I sign it? Sure didn't, because I'm not in compliance with it. This is what it means to be a threat. What's good for the goose isn't good for the gander. You got teachers running through the hallways like they're children, shouting, yelling, misbehaving like students, but I can't come and dress like one? This organization is going in a new direction, and so am I. We will be going in our own direction separately very, very soon. There is nothing here I will miss. Not even the money. Because if you can't be free, what is the point? Go to work on time. Do your job to the best of your ability. Mind your business at all times and go home to the life you've been blessed with. And continue to be a threat, amazing, original, and yourself. Who cares who doesn't like it? See you in the next video.